Hi guys, good afternoon, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in today's video, I wanted to share my thoughts and feelings with you guys regarding the big announcement that came a few days ago, just like 3 or 4 days ago, that apparently Disney fully intends on to make more Planet of the Apes films. Yes, you heard that correctly. Recent articles online have suggested that Disney is reportedly prioritizing both the future Avatar franchise, the James Cameron Blue People Avatar film, because there's like 4 sequels in development. And of course, more Planet of the Apes films as well, with their recent acquisition of 20th Century Fox and all of its franchises. So this is pretty interesting and I would say exciting stuff, mostly because I personally would love to see more films that carry on post Caesar. Now, what I mean by that, of course, is like, and also, spoiler alert, by the way, in case you haven't seen War for the Planet of the Apes or Rise or Dawn Before War, just be warned, I'll be making references to like the 3 most recent ape films in the past several years. So if you haven't seen any of those, or if at least you haven't seen War for the Planet of the Apes, don't keep watching or listening, as I will be going into spoilers. So just fair warning. So at the end of War for the Planet of the Apes finally found themselves a new home, but unfortunately came at a pretty high price. They had lost their leader, Caesar, leaving his only living relative, his youngest son, Cornelius, to hopefully become the next leader someday. But he's also got his capable allies like Rocket and even the humorous Bad Ape and Maurice, the gentle giant orangutan, and then the mute human girl, Nova. So they all survived all 3 films, and Caesar tragically did not, but it wasn't all that surprising since the director, while promoting the film, Matt Reeves, will be directing Robert Pattinson in The Batman in 2021, suggested that this film is going to wrap up or conclude Caesar's storyline at least, but not wrap up the franchise as a whole. Now, I think that's pretty damn exciting because personally, I would love to see a sequel film to War for the Planet of the Apes, but have it be about the next chapter of films, which could be, maybe we'll get a trilogy of films centered around Cornelius, because Cornelius was a cute baby chimp who was just coming into sign language during War for the Planet of the Apes, and he still has a lot of growing up to do, and you could easily tell 3 or 4 films about his story and about how he and the other apes slowly become more and more evolved and civilized, while the humans begin to devolve, as it was so heavily implied towards the end of War for the Planet of the Apes, where the humans were losing the ability to speak, and they were becoming more animalistic, and the apes were becoming more intelligent. So, again, I think that would be really awesome if we got a story centered around Cornelius and his rise to power, so to speak, or at least rising up to take his father's place and to lead the apes into a new era. And I, of course, would love to see the return of such characters like Rocket and Maurice and Nova, and of course the hysterical Bad Ape played by the awesome Steven Zahn. So yes, I would hope that if Disney does intend to make more Planet of the Apes films, that they're centered around Cornelius, and if not Cornelius, just centered around the surviving characters from the last 3 films. That would be pretty awesome, I think. It's unlikely that they'll reboot the entire series. It just seems like it would be like too much trouble. It would be too much trouble, and it wouldn't be really worth the effort. And if they continued along the same storyline that was established with Rise, and that ended with Caesar's death at the end of War, then I think, they could still get at least 4 or 5, maybe 6 movies following Caesar's death and the events of War for the Planet of the Apes into a whole new chapter of ape-driven films. I think that'd be really exciting. Just to see like the journey of Cornelius and the other surviving characters and how they change and how they evolve and become more advanced, more civilized, and if they're not necessarily put into conflict conflict with the humans who are devolving. Maybe they're put into conflict with other apes. Maybe there are other intelligent apes out there, ones like Bad Ape who can speak, even though they can't do the sign language, they can still speak. What if we get a movie where it's apes versus apes? Or what if it's humans and apes versus apes? Or humans and apes versus humans and apes? I mean, the possibilities are endless. So I'm pretty much excited by this news. We, of course, have nothing concrete or official yet. I mean, one report indicates that this will be a continuation of the franchise that was established with Rise, but we just simply don't know that yet. Whether or not they'll do a whole new reboot or if they'll continue a story with Cornelius remains to be seen. But for now, all we can do is just wait and see what happens. And in the meantime, at least we have another Fox/Disney franchise to look forward to starting in about 3 years with the second Avatar film coming out in December of 2021. So that's exciting. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing about it as I did talking about it. I love speculating, of course. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned and subscribe to this channel for more updates regarding the new Planet of the Apes films, when they're coming out, who will be starring in them, and just overall what's going on with them. Have a wonderful rest of your night if I don't see you, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.